Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to June 15th. Our challenge for this part of the month is the 7 tiles wide house. And I actually had a lot of fun building this. It is fully playable, and I'm really impressed by that because I had always been a little daunted when I would see these kinds of builds on YouTube where it was like 10 tiles long and like 2 tiles wide or something, like for accessibility purposes. And like I was like, please don't let this be what this is. So after consulting about the challenge a little bit with ChatGPT, as many of you know, ChatGPT helped me to come up with this 12 months of biweekly challenges. So I do consult AI for these things. However, please be advised that the builds themselves are completely my own and based on my own personal research after the ideation brainstorming done with the AI tools. So anyway, after consulting with ChatGPT, we decided together that the challenge would be that the house itself had to be no more than 7 tiles wide, but that did not include the outdoor spaces, and there was no height restriction. So with this, it did kind of turn out to be sort of a Tudor style Victorian townhome hybrid. I pulled a lot of inspiration from Downton Abbey, the Gilded Age, and Bridgerton. And there is a fair bit of the new Bridgerton pack inside as decor for this, given that these period pieces were where I took inspiration from. This house is also a period piece. So a house like this one would likely be found more so in a row of townhouses, which is exactly where it came from. I did take this one unit off of a row of townhouses that I previously made a shell for, and I believe it should be up on the gallery. So we'll double check that. Actually, right now, we'll double check that right now. I built these some time ago for vampire builds, so just kind of wanted to be able to have more vampires in Forgotten Hollow than the lots themselves really allow for. So that's why I did this. Let me just see here. Yes. So there is a custom content free version on the gallery of the 4 townhouses themselves under manor townhouses, but the packs included for the decor is yes. And I do apologize for that. Bearing in mind also that if you are wanting to download that lot, it is a residential rental lot, not a residential. So anyway, I took one of the middle sections. So this is the manor townhouses that I was talking about, and I actually took this one off of it to create our build for today. Put it on the Havisham House lot. It is a 20 by 20 lot. The cost of the fully furnished residential is 212,464 simoleons. And with the lot traits of child's play, homey, and private dwelling, I am very proud of how the nursery and children's spaces in this house actually came out. So without further ado, let's get into the actual build. So we'll start in the basement. So outside here we have like a little smoking area and stuff for the cooks, garbage. So it is a stairs from the outside going down in. And then directly into the kitchens. This came about with inspiration mainly from Downton Abbey, where when they go to London, the London house has the stairs down onto like kind of like a patio receiving area for the servants, and then right into the kitchen. Then moving on past the kitchen, we have the cellar. So there's not much light in here. Obviously cold storage, keeping stuff in a dark, dry place. The whole bottom floor, for the most part, is stone walls. Also, just to kind of add to that sort of division between the luxury of upstairs and the more utilitarian areas downstairs. We also included a bathroom complete with shower for any staff you might have, butler, etc. Just a small bathroom, but usable. Nice. And through here we have just another hallway that is where I put both the butler's office, which is actually quite nice if I do say so myself. These people must like their butler a lot. Custom wallpaper and all that. And after his office, we move on into the bedroom, which also is a little bit more luxurious than not for Edwardian or Victorian servants. But like I say, they must really like their butler. And then this staircase goes up to the main part of the house. So that's the basement. It's not very big, but actually I was quite pleased with how the pantry went and just kind of all the other stuff. I felt like it looked lived in, it looked comfortable without really going over the top, which is also something that I tend to really do in my much larger builds, is like really overdo it. If you guys have watched any of the previous videos up till now, like Brudani Center, anything like that, you'll see it's the glimmer is a little bit extra. So this was a really good challenge for me to try to tone that down, bring it in, because it's like there's smaller space, there's less space, and for it to be playable, there needs to be room for the Sims to move around. So yeah, so that was good learning for me and a good challenge in that regard. So the next thing we'll get into now, the upper portion of the house. Started playing without me. How dare it? So honestly, I really love how the yard and the exterior of the house turned out. I probably could put some more wisteria or climbing vines on the rest of the house, but deadlines be deadlines, and I also have another job. So, you know, and I've been late on these videos so many times now that I was just feeling really bad. I was like, this is also why there's, you know, parts of the video here where you actually see my face instead of the little character from last time's video. I really want to get the video up today, and so I don't really have time to do all of that extra editing. So here we see this is the entryway from the back of the house down into that basement area that we just went over. And yeah, it's quite a nice old looking house. It definitely looks like it's been handed down to a few people through the generations. So without further ado, we go in here. I haven't really had an opportunity to use stained glass or a lot of the other more unique kind of looking doors and windows. So this was another thing that I found was really fun to be doing. So as we go in, we're greeted with the main foyer. And off to our left, we will have the sitting room. Or off to the right, I'm sorry, not the left, the right. It's quite cozy, fully functional. It looks a little tight, but it is functional. I've been playtesting this build with a family for a few days. So it definitely works. It's definitely functional. Then we move on into kind of a reception hall area with the phone, coat rack, that kind of thing. Grandma's wheelchair. Mail, all of that. So just sort of a catch-all area inlet in the hallway. And then we move into the back where the dining room is, which I love this dining room. I love how it's set up. I love the colors. I love the way it looks. I think this is probably one of my best ones to date. I'm so pleased with this. Now it is, I realized this after filming the walkthrough that it is missing a rug because when I was playtesting it, there was a big house fire. So I just haven't replaced the rug yet. So then through the bookcases there, as we see, I'm just going to back this up a little bit. So there's two bookcases, and they're actually hidden doors. One goes to upstairs and one goes to downstairs. So one of these doors would be where the servants would come up with dinner, etc. And the other is just another door to the upper floors where the family lives. So this back area does have the stairs down and a main floor bathroom. All of the bathrooms I did are fairly similar. You can see remnants of the house fire. Forgot to fix that. The bathrooms are all more or less the same. They're pretty, but they're kind of utilitarian for the most part, except for in the owner suite, mom and dad's room. So there is a side door out into the yard, which has the gazebo and everything. I didn't spend much time out here. I really should have. But it has, yeah, the gazebo and everything over there with the chairs and a little card table and everything. And just kind of a nice outdoor space. I really enjoyed all of the floral elements that everything had out here as well. So we head back inside and up the stairs to our second floor. So we first head into the children's playroom. Second floor is kind of the children's floor altogether. So we first have the playroom, which I think turned out adorable, and I love it. Dollhouse in the back corner. Radiators of doom. They all start house fires. Don't use the radiators if you really don't have to, because they start house fires like crazy. Then we have the bathroom here. It's a little bit bigger than the ones downstairs. There was more room, but also the idea behind that being that you'd likely have more than one child that had been herded into the bathroom for bath time and just need some space. And then in here we have the actual nursery where there's the changing table, bassinet for the baby, bunk bed. Also, like, new Sims fact for me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if anybody knew this, but I didn't realize that you could snap toddler beds to bunk bed frames. So that was really exciting for me to find that out, because when I do these nurseries, I always try to have at least one bed for every stage of childhood, including teen. Um, so yeah, finding out that you could actually snap a toddler bed to a bunk bed frame really was a game changer, especially when you're trying to save on space. And then we just have a little storage closet under the stairs that has the attic stack decorations thing. And we move on up the stairs to the third floor, which is where Mom and Dad's room is. Actually, there she is. There's Mama. Enjoying time with her baby. And then we have an ensuite bathroom, which is absolutely luxurious and gorgeous, and I do really love this one. Just another couple of angles of the bedroom. Oh, it looks like Mama wandered off. And then across the hall we have Dad, or no, sorry, my mistake. Across the hall we have the teenager's bedroom. Um, Usually in Edwardian or Victorian families, your children would, sorry, spoilers here. Your children would be in the nursery until they were about 15 or so, and then be moved into their own rooms at that point. So this was kind of what I was getting at for that across the hall. Just a little bit more of a grown-up space. There's still a teddy bear on the bed, that kind of thing. The little dormouse on his chair. It still looks youthful, but the child has their own room at this point. And then next to it is where Dad's study is. Again, a little bit cramped, a little dark, but everything does work and is usable. So yeah, not a big study, just very cozy, and that fireplace must make it real toasty in there. And there we have it. So that is our 7 tiles wide build. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a really fun challenge for me, and it fits perfectly into my Night World save file. So along with the hidden library, this one is also part of my Night World save file now. So I'm really excited about that. And the next challenge is going to be a backyard oasis. So I know I already kind of did this with the Garden Essence house, but I have some more creative ideas for how to go about it in a different way for the challenge at the end of the month. So definitely check out the Facebook page for screenshots of the inside and outside of the house. If there was anything in the video that you wanted to see more of that I kind of sped past, you can definitely check that in the screenshots on Facebook. And I will see you all in the next one.